A Small Memoir, written by Heidi Smith. As I bounced lightly in the chair I was sitting in, my mind swirled with anticipation and fear as I waited to go up to the directors, speak my name, and begin singing. The adrenaline rush I was experiencing was unlike any other I had ever known. Seconds ticked by, but in my mind, hours passed. Eventually, it was my time to shine. I tiptoed up to the X where we were supposed to stand and spoke my name with vibrato. I was shaking, but trying to remain still. The music began to play and I opened my mouth to sing. My voice shook and gave me somewhat of a very obvious nervous vibrato. Soon enough, the song was over. Who knew that 16 bars could drag on for that long? I ran to the chair and sat down. My hands and body were shaking. People had turned and whispered, "Good job," and "That was great." After a few more nervous subjects went up and auditioned, my group stood and exited the room. We walked down a long hallway into the second room on the left. Everyone spaced themselves out, and then music began to play. My body moved along rhythmically to the beat, doing the dance I had spent hours and hours preparing for. 15 minutes passed, and we were called back into the big room where we had sung only 20 minutes before. Groups of 4 were called up, and they had all begun to dance in front of the directors. Once the music stopped, all the dancers stood in their final positions, panting. 4 of us got off the chairs and went to stand staggered amongst each other. My mind was racing, and right as the music began to play, I forgot what I had worked so hard on. I frantically glanced over at the others and mimicked what they were doing. I caught on, but did the dance so timidly that I was hardly noticeable. The music had ended, and in my mind went blank. I blindly followed the other members of my group off of the platform and back into the chairs. I was not thinking of anything other than the fact that I had just completed my first audition for a musical theater show, 7 Brides for 7 Brothers. I just joined this theater group, CYT, about a week ago. To be in a show, you have to take a dancing or acting or singing class through them, so I decided to take a class where I could both sing and dance. I've met a few people, and they all seemed really cool. I've had pretty bad social anxiety, so going into this alone has been super hard, but worth it. Okay, so now back to present time. I auditioned on Friday night. They had callbacks on Saturday, but I didn't get one. The director said not to stress if you didn't get one, because that does not mean you're not in the show. It is Monday now, and I'm in 7th hour, which is Spanish. The cast list is supposed to be out now. I pull up the website and begin to type in my login information. If I don't get into this show, I won't be surprised, because my auditions weren't that great, but I would still be upset. I breathe in and out, calming my racing heart. The screen loads and says, "Congratulations on being cast in the ensemble of 7 Brides for 7 Brothers." My heart skipped a beat and my hand flew to my mouth in surprise. I, Heidi Smith, am cast in my first show. The next 2 months were a blur. Every Friday night and Saturday I had rehearsal. We learned dances and the songs. The moment I got fit for my costume and I got to dance in it, I knew that this was what I wanted to do with my life. Already I couldn't even imagine not doing this for the rest of my life without feeling like something was missing. Tech Week was when things started to get really crazy. Every single day, starting one Sunday afternoon in late January, we had full dress rehearsal, full makeup, hair, and costume. If you've never had stage makeup on, you do not know the meaning of thick makeup. It feels like my face just got covered in a thick paste that I won't take off for 6 hours. Every single day, right after school, I would apply my makeup while I was riding the bus home and then sprint into the house to curl the tar out of my hair and pin it up. It was the same hectic routine every day. Our first official show is going to be on Thursday. When I'm on the stage, it feels like I am home. Sure, there are nerves, but who doesn't get nervous when they're about to put themselves out in front of an audience? Thursday rolls around, and since I have my first show in the morning at 11, I don't have to go to school. I get up and go about my daily routine of brushing my teeth, doing my hair, caking on makeup, putting on the tights and then the spandex and then the sweats and a tank top and jacket. Once I walk out the door, I start to panic. All of the doubts of what if are flooding in. What if I'm not good enough? What if I mess up? What if people laugh at me? What if I miss a cue? What if I look stupid? These thoughts were running circles in my mind the whole time we were driving to the theater. Once we pulled up, I sat in the car and tried to calm myself down. I realized that 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 even though I was nervous, that this is worth the sinking feeling in my stomach. Even though every time I danced, I felt shooting and aching pain in my feet, hips, back, and legs, this was worth it. I would do anything to keep doing this. This is what I want to do with my life, and mistakes will be made. But in the end, no one will remember or notice that one small slip-up. I get out of the car and feeling confident and happy and walk into the theater. I got my costume on, got my hair and makeup checked, took a deep breath, walked out on stage, and rocked it.